Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Lost Caverns of Ixalan draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I want to give a huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for giving me a free preview account in the early access streamer event so I can get this recorded for all of you early. Let's dive in. If you do enjoy this, let me know, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. And if you're interested in more of an overview to the set, I do have a draft guide already posted with top commons, archetype overviews, and things like that. Our rare is incredible, Huatli, Poet of Unity, or I guess I should say mythic rare. Already, you play it as a 2/3, you get a land, and then on turn 5, you exile it, make 2 3/3s, get to search for a dinosaur, and then all of your dinosaurs get double strike and trample. So absolutely excellent card to start off, and we'll make sure that we can pair it with red or white mana, if we do end up in green. Other cards of note, I think Sinuous Benthesaur is good if you have some caves. You don't need that many, but you need enough to consistently get to draw 2 cards off of this. You don't need the card selection aspect, but just if you have 4 caves, this card is great, I think. Sunfire Torch is a good common. This card can do some work. I really like Spring-Loaded Saw Blades in the controlling white decks, though of course we are still early days. This is another really good common. I like Huatli's Final Strike, but Huatli, Poet of Unity, great start to a draft. And yeah. Oh my gosh. Who passes Sovereign Okaneka Cow? How? What do they take over this? They took a common. Who takes a common over the mythic rare Sovereign Okaneka How? Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to take this, and we're going to try to draft green-white, because we already have Huatli, and now we have Sovereign Okaneka How. So from a signal reading standpoint, this draft isn't the most interesting, but the person next to me is taking commons over cool green, white, gold cards. So, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what color they took of a common. White, blue, black, red, green. So there's commons of every color. It's not like there's one missing. Soul Coil Viper is another cool card. I think it's worse than Deadweight as a removal spell, but Soul Coil Viper is quite good. I think they probably just didn't want to take a gold card first, but since I already have Huatli, which makes me want to play green, white, taking Sovereign is just great. So what this card does is it's hard to deal with threat because it's got ward too. And if you can put extra counters on it or your other creatures, then they just get to grow bigger and bigger every turn and take over the game. So this is really cool. I'm really excited to try this out. If this wasn't here, I'd take Deadweight, even though it doesn't let me use Huatli. Oh my gosh. So this is a really interesting pack. There's Zoyoa Lava Tongue, Plundering Pirates, Isaac. So there's a lot of red cards you see right off the bat. But the card that gets my eye immediately is Jade Seedstones, which just plays beautifully with Sovereign because when you put 3+1/+1 counters from this guy, it buffs all of those creatures to have power greater than their base power. And so that just is absolutely fantastic. Really nice addition to a green-white aggro deck, maybe as a curve topper of sorts. But yeah, I'm really just looking to play these 2 cards and just maximize their power at this point. Even if pack 1 is cut, and the colors aren't open, which that doesn't seem to be the case because they already passed me a green, white, gold card, which is still only 1 signal point, but still. I can just maximize my cards and reap the rewards in pack 2. There's another Benthesaur, but this is easy. Seedstones. Okie doke. I do like Mischievous Pup. It's looking like my colors maybe aren't the most open, but we're getting good cards out of every pack still. This card is very, very good. You can protect your creatures from removal. You can reset good enters the battlefield effects. One thing you can do with Huatli is with Mischievous Pup, once you've flipped it into the saga, you can bounce the saga back to your hand after the 3rd chapter. You get a dinosaur, play Mischievous Pup, bounce it back to your hand, replay the Huatli, flip it again, all that cool stuff. If we get to do that in the draft, I'm going to be so happy. In the Presence of Ages is more of a grindy card that we're not as interested in our maybe aggressive deck, but also good. Also, we can bounce our Jade Seedstones with the Mischievous Pup, so really good pickup for our deck. The rare is okay, but it's not crazy. Basically, in the late game, you can cast a permanent spell, and you can turn one of your lands into a copy of it. So if you play a 6-drop creature, you can turn a land into a copy of that creature for the turn. Okay. Interesting pick here. In typical situations, this card's really good. There's 3 mana, 4/3. Makes it so your opponent basically won't cast spells on your turn unless they're way ahead on life total. There's also Deconstruction Hammer, which can go into this sort of deck. And there's Twists and Turns, which if you have a heavy Explore deck, can do some good work as well. But I'm really interested in Pathfinding Axe Draw. I already have one 4-drop, but the Axe Draw is just really nice. It has the ability to buff its own power above its base power, like if you hit a non-creature spell. And also just Explore cards are really good when you're digging for powerful options like these. There are some blue cards, some red cards, but we already kind of know that we're playing green-white, so. Ooh, oh my gosh, this is a great pack for us. I really like Poison Dart Frog. Currently, we don't necessarily have a deck that wants Poison Dart Frog as much because we're not really ramping, but at the same time, we already have 2 great 4-drops, and Poison Dart Frog really does help with that. And if you're buffing its power, it can be a pretty decent attacker. There's another Jade Seed Stones as well, but I don't have a 2-drop. I might wheel the Malamet Brawler, honestly. Every instinct in my body is telling me to take the Poison Dart Frog because I have a very high curve right now, and even just playing one Poison Dart Frog in your aggressive deck can still lead to some really explosive starts. And like, we have this thing that can flip, so we're going to be more of a mid-rangey deck probably anyway, because we can definitely play a mid-range game. Okay. This card's really funny. It actually has a combo with this card, basically. So if you have a Sunshot Militia in play, then you can like turn every 2 treasures is 1 damage a turn. And so you play like Hit the Mother Load, like make 8 treasures, and then like the following turns you're just dealing like 5 to them every turn, which is kind of cool. Here there's a Kaslam's Stone Tree. Kind of a rampy card. I kind of want to take it. We already have Huatli. We already have Poison Dart Frog. We could just be like a green-white ramp deck that splashes a little bit, because this can get any basic land. This can get any color, and we kind of have some good tools. I don't really want to take the walk with Ancestors. I don't love the Stone Tree, but it does give us some good late game. So every card in this pack is blue, except for the green cards, one of which we're going to take. I think Cavern Stomper could just be a nice little top-end card. There's also Thousand Moons, which I'm not super interested in. This card does play well with the ramp that we have. There is a Hidden Nursery, and we have been seeing some cave payoffs going around, specifically blue ones. I think I'm going to take this. If I start wheeling Benthic, guys, because nobody looks to be playing blue, it could be really good. Oh my gosh, pick 9. Huatli's First Strike. This is perfect for us. Looks like green is open. And yeah, the thing is, I'm going to end up with enough playables, and so a 6-mana 7/7 that can get hard to block is very good, especially if I'm ramping, but I want to make sure that I have good outs to just play a nice mid-range game here. Ooh, the Viper wheeled. There's also a Hidden Volcano. I feel like this is a good opportunity to just maybe take some of the caves. Maybe I can get some cave payoffs. I mean, the Benthic guys aren't going to wheel, but I could try to do some cave stuff. None of these other cards are particularly great. I mean, this card's okay, but I'm just going to take the caves. And another cave. Like, the thing is, it's very low downside. We can just put the caves in our deck. The 2 green ones, at least. The 6-mana 7/7 is a card that I could have played, but I'm not even sure I want to play the Stone Tree anyway. This is a Death Toucher. I really just want to play green-white to make sure I can activate the Huatli. Maybe splashing red for something. Twists and Turns. Wow, this card seems better than 3rd to last pick, but I'm okay, decently happy getting Twists and Turns. Just, you don't even need that much Explore. This is just a late game power play. Yes! I knew it would happen! I wheeled Malamet. Heck yeah. I did just want another 2-drop. It wears buffs well, so we're in good shape here. Let's change our view back. Okay. So, in this pack, knowing that we're trying to play green-white, this card can buff your guys a lot. This card only activates abilities of lands, but it is fixing for all of our colors, namely the 2 colors we're playing. And it can help us activate these lands, I guess. There's Explorer's Cache as a way to put counters around. There's Glimpse the Core as a way to get forests. I honestly just want to take another Poison Dart Frog. This is nice as a fixer, but like our 2-drop slot is still severely lacking. And if we're playing a mid-range multicolor deck, the Poison Dart Frog is our best possible 2-drop. Glorifier is nice if we're going for the buff aggro strategy. And I could still see that being good. But we're just going to take the good 2-drop. We're not really committed to any color except green at this point. Ooh, Anim Pakal. This seems just really cool. I really like it. There's also this guy, which is also really nice. It buffs all of our creatures so that their power is greater than their base power for the Sovereign. And we have the ramp to actually flip it. It's between Clay-Fired Bricks for me and the Anim Pakal. I don't think Anim Pakal is the sort of card you splash, though. Sadly. And Clay-Fired Bricks seems great for my mid-rangey white-green deck. I think I can just go over the top of decks and have enough early game that I'm fine. Like, I don't have to be pure aggro, and this card is just going to be great at winning the late game. This card's going to be great in the late game. Poor Anim Pakal. Jeez Louise, that was a close call. You could say it was a close Anim Pakal. Here we're just going to take Tinkerer's Toad, I think. There's some blue cards, but the Tinkerer's Toad is great. So I think this is an easier view for people to learn the new cards because they're bigger. But yeah, just make 2 1/1s, sack it. I'm just trying to see my curve. That's why I'm doing it this way. Also a great card to bounce with Mischievous Pup. This is a interesting option. We have 3 caves, deals X damage to each creature in Planeswalker. X is number of the caves, plus caves in graveyard. This card's great as like a mid-game card if we were splashing red. And then there's just a 2-drop for my color and a huge 6-drop. I think I'm going to get there on 2-drops. I kind of just want to take the Stomper now. The Cave-In might wheel because I don't know how many other people can use it. But I don't think I'm really trying to splash that much. I have 1, 2, kind of 3. This one's not really a good splashing source. It's kind of tough. There's not really good fixing in this set. I am happy to get this. Another cave. Feels like if you have enough caves, you can play extra lands. There's a Glowcap Lantern as well. It's a +3/+3 one, but I'll take another cave. I now have 3 caves that are definitely on color. There's a Huatley's first Final Strike and a Tinker's Tote now. What's my removal situation? I have 1 removal spell. I kind of have to take the Huatley's Final Strike, I feel like. I really like Tinker's Tote in this deck. But I also like this. This is also just amazing with my Poison Dart Frogs. This is gotta be the pick. So maybe I'm just playing straight green-white. I did end up with one of these guys, so I don't feel bad about taking the nursery. It's a nursery. I've got a great late game. This can flip, this can flip, this can flip. This can flip, this can flip. All of my cards are flipping! My cards are flipping insane! See what I did there. But yeah, I think going into red is just a trap at this point. Oh my gosh, Cavern of Souls! There's a Hidden Courtyard for my 4th one. There's a Iron Paw Aspirant. There is Malamet Veteran. I'm not really going to great lengths to fill my graveyard. This does buff my creatures. This is a 2/3, and then there's another cave. I'm just going to keep taking the caves and see if I can really make the caves shine. I know it's a lot of tap lands. I am aware. The 2/3 would have been a decent choice as well. This card's not my favorite, though giving my creatures hexproof is appealing when I have important ones. I'm going to take Sinuous Benthesaur. If I am going to splash a color, splashing blue for one of these guys seems real good. Another ramp card, and can get a cave back. There's also this card. Doesn't seem that good to me. I am kind of playing just a nice little ramp deck. If I did want to splash the Benthesaur, I could just play 1 island and then rely on the island plus the Huatley to go get the island, plus Poison Dart Frog sometimes, plus this sometimes. plus like a buried treasure or something. Runaway boulder, buried treasure. There's another big island cycler guy. Guess I'll take the treasure. Maybe it opens up some possibilities down the road. I already have one of those in my sideboard. I guess I'm not going to ever play heavy blue, but maybe I'll take this card anyway. Perfect. I did want to get Calamitous Cave-In back, just so I'd have the option. Because it does seem interesting. It doesn't seem good, but it seems interesting. If that makes sense. I don't want this cave. So I guess we'll take the whip. I guess it is kind of a late game insurance plan. Feeling really happy with both dart frogs I've picked up. Oh, baby, let's go! Oja Kazlem, Deepest Growth. So basically, it's a 5-mana, 6/5 trampler that is like really hard to deal with. When it dies, it returns to the battlefield tapped and transformed. There's also this card, which is incredible. Just like 2-drop that like wins you the game if you get to 7 mana by turning your lands into 7/7s. Like what? Also, a 1-drop Explorer. There is a Spring-Loaded Sawblades, which is perfect, but I think Ozlim is really, really good. And when it dies, you can just bring it back. Like, what are they going to do about that? And maybe I'll wheel one of these green cards. Like, I'm not going to wheel this, or this, or this, or this probably. I mean, there's 5 good green cards in this pack, so I'm probably going to wheel one of them. Okie-doke. There's another Tinker's Tote. There's a really good red card. So if I did want to splash red instead of blue. Tinker's Tote is great. Yeah, I'm just going to take the good card that's in my colors. I don't really need the splash. Love this card for me. Market Gnome. Because I do have some crafting. I've got 1, 2, 3 crafters. Also just early defense. There's also a Promising Vein, which would be perfect in my deck if I'm splashing. Yeah, I'm just going to take the gnome. Immediately punished. This card's great. I'm going to take it. There's another cave payoff. There's a Malamet War Scribe, which is honestly great. I don't really think I maximize it, but it's good. Dinosaurs. How many dinos do I have? 4 dinos. Oh, these are also dinos. Neat. I think I might just take this. 2-mana kill spell, instant speed. Even if they get some maps, is still pretty good, I think. And I have plenty of value. I'm really regretting certain decisions that I made that may or may not have caused me to not get a cave. Market Gnome is still good, though, so this should be fine. I don't have that many artifacts for this card. Turn an artifact from graveyard to hand. Four mana, 4/5, no big deal. Reach Trampler. Just absolutely massive. If I wheeled that land, I would be so... What the heck? I wheeled this guy? I wheeled all the green cards, to be honest. But this card's great for me. I'm not playing black. It was too much to ask for me to wheel the card that I took the Market Gnome over. To be fair, at the time I only think I had one Sinuous Benthesaur. What? I got a Bristleback? See what I did there? Ah. Hmm. I'm going to play 2 islands. That gives me 8, 7, 2. So this is 7, 15, 16, 17. So I have 3 of these, but with 2, 3, 4 kind of sources. I'm going to cut Glowcap Lantern because they're not really an attacking deck. I'm going to definitely play more than 17 lands, though, as well. Even though I have this guy and all, I have so many 6-drops. Gosh, what do I even cut here? I think I can cut the Jade Seed Stones. Sovereign works with Clayfired Bricks flipping. It works with this guy. Works with... Seed Stones. Axe Jaw. I think it works with enough stuff. It also works with Watley's Final Strike to get 1 counter and then the ball's rolling. My 4-drops are really good. My creature count like 15. Creature count's good. I don't think I need Cavern Stomper. That's a pretty easy cut. If you control 7 or more lands, yeah, I definitely like that idea. This is insane. My deck has so many options. I really want to play an 18th land, too. But I guess with this thing and with the Clayfired Bricks, it's almost like I'm playing extra lands. So that should be fine. I also like the Market Gnome. What do I even cut here? I really like the Kaslam Stone Tree, too. I think these guys are great insurance for the late game. I have to make 2 cuts. So this is 7, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, essentially. Glimpse the Core is really good in my deck, I think. Then maybe not. I care more about the fixing aspect, potentially, of the ramp. I guess I can cut 1 Stone Tree and 1 Glimpse the Core. I think Mischievous Pup is great. Colossadactyl's just huge. 4/5 Reacher. I wonder if Twists and Turns is needed. How many Explorers do I have? I mean, I already win the late games. And I don't have any Explorers. I think I'm just going to cut Twists and Turns. That's an easy cut. I like Jade Seedstones because it can gain me a lot of life. And it's a good synergy piece with this guy. And buffing my 1/1s is pretty relevant. And I have a decent number of creatures. Like I have 16 almost. I think I can cut the Caslums. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6 3-drops. I really like ramping into Benthesor, and this helps me find my island. Maybe I just shave a forest, or I'd cut the Nurturing Bristleback. Yeah, I don't think I ever really care about casting that card. Yeah, I like this. It's kind of like an 18-land deck in a way, and I've got plenty of mana sources, but these will refuel me. And I have all these Discover cards. Perfect. I really like this build. I'll see you folks in the games. Thanks again to Wizards of the Coast. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my content at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if they've been helping you find more success in your draft and have more fun playing Magic, and you would like to show your support, then you can do so via Patreon. It is essentially a way to tip my channel, but it also comes with some cool rewards like access to my card-by-card tier list for Lost Caverns of Ixalan and other cool things like that. I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support at the credits level. And if you're interested in learning more, you can of course find that at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Without further ado though, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. On the draw, we'll keep this. We're up against Cortical, so friend of the channel. Hello. Wow, just flashing in the Wrestler on turn 1? What kind of game is this? I'm gonna get a Forest. We be ramping. Next turn, I'm gonna play my 2 guys. I don't want to expose my Poison Dart Frog in this situation. I'm starting to wish that I had, oh no. I'm really hoping he doesn't have a bounce spell. Gosh darn it. That is, how do you say, unfortunate. He probably has another Cogwork Wrestler, doesn't he? this is not good. Oh, I did not want to face pure aggro here. No! It's like he knew. Oh, no. I need to draw an island here. Hmm. Come on, island. That's a great draw. This is an embarrassing hand that I have right here. Oh, no! There we go. That'll do. That was a pretty insane turn. I can't believe the way that turn went. He just cast 3 very, very critical spells in a row. It all lined up very well with his trampler. So I can go to 1 here. So 7, 6. Yeah, I take 1. So yeah, this won't kill me. But I'm still in deep trouble. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gosh, my splash is costing me big time. No, I would have been in such good shape. Oh my gosh. That's so bad. I'm so sad. I feel like I drew a lot of cards there. And I do have 3 blue sources because I have the Watley too. Gosh, I needed to be able to attack with my god that turn. He just played a trampler, so I couldn't chump block. Wow. That's tilting. I like to... I consider him to be a friend of mine, and I especially like to beat my friends when I play. And that is incredibly frustrating the way that went down. My gosh. Just brutal. Gosh, I drew all 3 of my blue splash card. Oh my gosh. It is maybe a greedy splash, but I have plenty of ways to search for blue. Like I've got this thing which helps me dig deeper. He had the bounce spell to bounce my like 1 card that might really matter that 1 turn. Gosh. I'm sad. That was actually brutal. Okay, so there's an island. Jeez. Two Benthosaurs to the bottom. I'm really worried about this. Oh, it can only craft with a cave. I totally misread this card. Oh, I'm so foolish. I misread that card completely. No matter. It'll be fine. I'll just make changes. They're going to be making a lot of 4/4s. And they have that guy. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I'm so toast. I can kill this guy, which will let me get back in the game. But they are going to get another 4/4 before I get to do that. And then I'll be able to flip this with the Benthesaur. They're drawing this guy. And they want to play it. I'll get to trade next turn. This is going badly for me. This card is maybe... If I had destroyed this with my kill spell, maybe I would be able to win this. I don't even know, though, because they had a 4-4 that I kind of had to take care of at the time that was going to get even bigger. I feel like I'm not being able to go over the top in the late game the way that I was hoping. Yikes. Man, that last game, oh, game 1 I would have won if I just drawn an island. I was such good shape. I would have had, like, perfect hand. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh my gosh. That's nice. No. Why? They have so many guys. They have so many 4/4s. This is so unfair. This is brutal. Gosh, they've got... I mean, this card is just absolutely absurd when what's going on right now. Well, we're learning. The caves strategy doesn't just do well in the late game by virtue of having extra caves. They haven't used a single cave, and look what's happened. This thing's made like 6 4/4s. I can't help thinking I could have won this game if I'd gotten rid of that earlier. So I'm taking 4, 8, 9. Ah. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Well, actually one of my best possible draws, and it's still not even close to good enough. Oh my gosh, it was so close. They have the flyers. I'm at 5, they have 7 power of flyers. Well, we lost game 1 due to drawing all 3 benthics with no islands, and we lost game 2 because I targeted the wrong thing with a removal spell. Though, I was in trouble that entire game. Their deck is sweet. One of my weaknesses as a Magic player is I can't get certain losses out of my head. And so I'm still thinking about round 1, just like, my gosh, couldn't I have just drawn an island or a Huatli? The Nurturing Bristleback guy might be better. Also, I forgot to cut the 3-mana thing that only crafts with caves. Okay, this is a keep. This is going to be a win. We're going to win this game. I'm feeling confident about that. Sovereign Okaneka How plus Huatli Strike is going to be great. Great, great. That's not good. I really hope they don't have another follow-up play, because this is going very badly for me. And I would just like to get to Huatli's their guy and then start growing my Sovereign. Is that too much to ask? No! They have their fight spell for like 1 mana, like the only one in the set at uncommon. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. I'm okay. I'm safe. Please, don't hurt me. My Sovereign Okaneka How just wants to be friends. Okay. Nice, nice. 3 mana, 1/1 that draws 2. Love it. Love it. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna gain 3 life on their turn. The Sovereign. Please, stay safe, Sovereign. You are the king. You are all that I can use right now. I'm a couple turns away from this. And I don't have a forest. And I'm alone and scared. No! Watch them hit a spell this time so they can block my guy. Of course. Of course they hit a spell. Why wouldn't they hit a spell? Because now they have a double block. Gosh darn it. Tarnation. No! No! Why? Oh! baby! Just what I did not want to see. Oh my gosh. That's so bad. That's so bad. No! Now they have the thing to kill my guy. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. Why do I even try? Some have asked. Of course, I don't hit a land. I was gonna be able to do... Oh, gosh. I'm just dead. Just dead. Oh my gosh. What a beating. Well, it happens to all of us sometimes. It happens to us all. I could have attacked there to try and avoid that outcome, but I felt like once I was able to give my entire team +1/+1, it would be pretty okay. Well, that was unfortunate. I think the deck was okay. If I I didn't draw the Market Gnome in round 1, but if I had, then it would have been funny, because that would have been the card that would have let me get blue mana. Splashing these was maybe ambitious. Maybe I'm just supposed to just play like this thing, but this card's really good when it goes off, just like it would have been game winning. This card's great, as we saw in round 2, but overall, just leave #sad Watley, because we never drew her, and I am sad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for letting me play in the event.